Lightstorm Entertainment is James Cameron's production company, best known for creating movies like Titanic, Terminator 2, and the soon-to-be-released Avatar, movies we've all heard of, and of course those that have already been released, all have seen. We're joined by the DFX supervisor from Lightstorm Entertainment, Nolan Murtha. Nolan, welcome into Tomorrow. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on the show.
Our pleasure. One of the things that we thought would be really cool when we realized you were attending Autodesk University here in Las Vegas this week, you're talking to architects and engineers and visualization specialists about how movie-making techniques can actually impact the way that they visualize designs, which I think in and of itself is pretty cool. So you got to be motivating a whole bunch of designers. Huh?
Yeah, it's very cool. You know, we share, our industry share a lot of technology, everything from, video games to architectural and design are all, using the same software now. And, Autodesk obviously, provides most of that software to us. So it's kind of a natural fit.
So you guys have been using various Autodesk programs, I would imagine, over the past years?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, our pipeline is centered around Autodesk Motion Builder and Maya software and 3D Studio Max.
Wow. And, of course, a lot of folks that are especially into gaming and entertainment in general are familiar with Maya.
Oh, absolutely.
That's one that really stands out. And why does Maya stand out for those folks more than any other?
It's the industry standard. I mean, you can do anything. I mean, every feature film that that you've seen is probably has Maya somewhere in it, and it's been around for many years now, and it's tried and tested in the truest sense of the term.
Really, and when you're trying to go after some great visual special effects, you want the best stuff available. Thus, the reason why they're using programs like Maya.
Absolutely.
And what techniques are you guys talking about in your sessions here at Autodesk University then, specifically?
Well, my session is mostly about real-time visualization, which, without getting too technical, is essentially using video game technology and the immediacy, the real-time feedback of video game technology and applying that to filmmaking or other types of 3D visualization. Obviously architecture and design relies heavily on 3D visualization.
And in what ways are you actually showing designers how you might do something in a movie that they should then carry forward into maybe a presentation, let alone the actual design?
Well, there's a lot of talk of design storytelling now and trying to communicate a story or a short narrative with a design project. That's obviously, what we do in filmmaking.
It sounds kind of groundbreaking, actually, what you're doing as it relates to bringing this to designers now.
Yeah,
it's a whole new concept.
Yeah, absolutely. It's groundbreaking. The immediacy of the feedback, being able to go through hundreds of design changes, everything from the carpet on the floor to the wood paneling on the walls can be instantly changed, viewed, and either kept or discarded. And being able to go through these iterative loops is one of the most tedious parts of the design process, whether it's character design or architectural design.
And, of course, the fact that you're not having to go reshoot some things because something as simple as the carpet was wrong here for whatever reason, or a color on the wall interfered with the character somehow or whatever. You can do all this ahead of time from the movie-making standpoint.
Absolutely.
And I guess if you show those kind of examples, the same thing applies to designing a building, for example, and make sure it works before you start construction.
Right, exactly. What it allows you to do is visualize your environment or your planned project and make decisions at a very early stage and move forward knowing that these decisions are valid and that they will carry through the entire project.
Are you finding the design professionals attending your session here at Autodesk University are not only grasping this, but just trying to soak up this knowledge? Tell me more.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We had some discussions yesterday and this morning with architects, and everyone is I think chomping at the bit. I think this represents a new evolution in the visualization process, and I think people are very excited about what's coming.
What's surprising you the most from these design professionals, and in terms of maybe the kinds of questions they're asking or the examples they want you to give, where you see kind of that light bulb effect? They're getting it.
Oh, they're absolutely getting it, and the biggest surprise is how much of the technology we share. I mean, we speak the same language, and it's no different than me talking to one of my artists back in the lab. It's it's been really great to talk to these guys.
Well, that's kind of cool because it's neat for you, too, as a digital special effects guy, right, to be able to talk to designers, architects, what have you, and they get it.
Yeah. Oh, that's my crowd, I love talking to them, and we've been geeking out all week.
What do you think, what kind of impact do you think this is going to have ultimately on things like architectural design?
I think the largest impact is allowing clients and non-technical types to use simpler tools and still be able to contribute to the creative process, or contribute much more than they have been able to. You don't have to be a computer jockey anymore to do this stuff. We have very simple handheld devices and tools that allow you to cycle through design choices and change things at will, and anyone can pick them up.
And that's really neat. I'm loving how you're expressing to all of them that it's just as easy as they have been working with some of these other things now. Take these new concepts that you use and have been very successful at and put them into practice with what they do. That's very cool.
Yes.
So, of course, you want to check out more about the kinds of Autodesk products, autodesk.com, that Nolan was referring to, and you'll see all the various products there as well. Nolan, Murtha from Lightstorm Entertainment, thanks for spending a few minutes with us here. And on behalf of the designers that are walking out of your session saying, cool stuff, wish it was longer, that's a good sign. They want to learn more.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me on the show.
Our pleasure. We're back with more as Into Tomorrow continues from Las Vegas and Autodesk University this week. I'm Dave Graveline. Don't go away.